Okay. Gonna work on this a bit more today. We're gonna do second drawing pass. Second sketch pass. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna tell Sam it's too bad. That's just how it is now. I'm gonna put that corner in your drawing. That's what you're gonna get. Let me open some of my reference files. Need this one, and then... Oh, that did not type correctly. Toonmakers Sailor Moon images. I think I heard a delivery person. But I'm busy now. It's too late. Yeah, the hard thing is there really isn't very good reference images for Toonmakers. I mean, I get why. Well, I'll at least bring the box in. I'll be right back. The box is so small. What is it? I'll find out. Oh dear, hello, Nemu. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, I got my reference images ready to go. Let's see if I can fix up what I started. So I'm hoping for a really good second sketch pass so I can line off of it easily. Oh, it's very pointed. And since Victoria is white, I'm gonna try and make sure I get some of those, like, her features translated correctly. I know this doesn't quite make sense because she would technically have bigger eyes than like Usagi would, but I'm going with smaller eyes because I think that makes her look a little bit more European. When you say European, I think it makes her look more white. And I think it's just because I equate like the big eyes with East Asians. Caucasian. I don't even know. Well, I drew her ear, so I understood where it was. That's why. I was like, why did you draw her ear? Because, like, it's not gonna stay there. We'll work on maybe the mouth. So unfortunately this music, it still gets hit by copyright, but not in like a bad way. But I just want something a little different from the PGSM soundtrack, at least for like a little bit. I need some variety. Like, there's copyright that will get your videos, you'll get them taken down or muted, and this is thankfully not it. I mean, YouTube still recognizes it as copyrighted music, but not the kind that will like get taken down. But you know, fair use, transformative works, tracing paper. Tarkin's upset with me right now because so he's been doing his thing where he won't go all the way into the backyard again to go to the bathroom. He stands on the ledge and pees and comes back in. So he did that, and I had to dump a bunch of water on the step to like wash it away. And I put him out again. He was trying not to go down, and I was like, no, you have to go down. And I was nudging him to go, and he fell off the ledge. And then just looked at me. And I'm like, obviously I don't want my dog to fall off the ledge. I was like, Tarkin. Now he needs a bath, which he's really going to hate because he hates the water. I want a hand to look. I'm so bad at hands. Oh god, I don't want that to be the focus. That would be a rough year. I was thinking about, though, what my resolutions are probably going to be for next year. I should ask Lyra what hers are going to be. Lyra, what are you gonna do? Well, our resolutions aren't the same as regular resolutions. They're separate. What is going on with this thumb I'm trying to draw? Ooh, are you actually gonna break into your watercolor booklet? I'm never gonna learn to draw hands. No one has time for that. I should ask Dan what he wants for dinner tonight. In the back of my head, I was thinking I would make mac and cheese with broccoli. Push yourself to do it. I can just yell at you in the Discord chat. Every week I could be like, how you guys doing on your resolutions? How you doing? Remember those resolutions we made together in January? How are they going? Which, no, if anyone else is wondering, no, I wouldn't actually do that. Well, maybe I'd do it to V-Chan, to bug her, but... I wouldn't actually do that to anyone. Yeah, getting motivated to do stuff is, like, hard. Which is why I treat drawing on stream as work. Like, I have to go work. It's streaming day, I have to go work now. I think I'm gonna have to give Tarkin a bath, though. Which I don't really want to do. Because he's fussy, he hates water. I'll probably have to wait until Dan gets home, because I'll probably need to take Tarkin in the shower with me, because the shower has a detachable head. No. Getting him in the bath. Hi, Samus. Do you want to come over here and cook? Because I don't want to really cook tonight. You're at work? Oh, yeah, snacks are important. You always need, like, the snack drawer. You would say it was all disgusting. You ate most of them? I remember one job I had my snack drawer. And I worked during the week, and it was a place that was open like every day because it was a car dealership. And it's a fancy car dealership too, but I worked during the week, and then I had a coworker that worked on the weekend. And it got to the point where I wasn't allowed to keep anything on my desk because she kept going through it. And then she was getting mad that our manager was telling her that she needed to stop going through my stuff. And then I was just told that I couldn't have it at my desk anymore. Yeah, the thing is, like, she was my manager's landlady. And she was like, I don't want to get evicted, so, you know. And I'm like, no, I don't know. The lady was also like, I don't know why they did this, but okay. So we had employee accounts that logged into our system, and because of the nature of the system, all of our accounts are actually tied to our personal information. So if you made edits or changes or something to the inventory, they could see who did it. And they didn't get her own account, so she was using mine, and I was really upset about that. And I talked to, I called the other woman my manager. She wasn't actually my manager. The actual manager was the general manager. That's who I reported to. And so I got really upset by that, and I told him. He's like, yeah, she shouldn't be using your account. She should have her own. And so they told her she had to stop using my account. Oh my god, sweet mac and cheese. I can already see it. And that until they could get her own account, she just needed to not do it. And she got mad about that, and she confronted me privately about why I had to go like tattle on her and why I couldn't just work it out with her privately. And I was like, I wasn't tattling on you. Like, they needed to get you your own account. Also, the lady is like in her 50s acting like this. And I was like, for the love of God, don't talk to me. He'll eat the sweet mac and cheese. I'm gonna be like, a lot of my coworkers didn't like her. When she wasn't working my position on the weekends, she was working. Oh, that's a story. Okay. Let me back up here. So when she wasn't working my position on the weekends, she was working in the service department because... So there was also a full-time service receptionist. And she also worked weekdays, and her and I would actually spend a lot of time together. She was a lot younger than me, but we were probably the youngest people at the dealership, so we would hang out. And she got the job because her mom worked in the finance department as like one of 2 financial advisors. So her mom obviously had some pull at the company. And I didn't really know anything that was going on. Because I was doing my own thing. I just graduated from college. I had my own friends. I was just here to work, get some like real company experience in. Because before I worked there, I was working at Blockbuster. So this is like my first big grown-up job. And one day she was fired. Just like one day she wasn't there. And I was like, where'd she go? What's going on? And her mom was like really upset and was like kind of talking to me about it. She's talking to anyone that she could. because they said that her daughter was fired for being late too many times. And I was like, was she really late too many times? What's going on? So what happened is that she was sleeping around with the mechanics, which wasn't really considered a problem, but she was sleeping around with the head service person's fiance. And the head service person basically said, like, either she goes or I go. Yeah. And I was like, oh. That would do it. So yeah, that's the actual reason why she got fired. So anyway, yeah, she got replaced by old lady. Let's take a look at her face here. The whole place is wild because, like, there was another girl that used to work weekends for me, for my position. And I went on vacation to go see Maddie for a week. And I had put in the PTO request, and I had made arrangements with HR to have a replacement come in on those during that week. And like, again, it was my first big kid job. And I thought I went through the right channels, but I guess, like, even though I told people, like, I'm going on vacation, they signed off on my PTO. You know, that I told them, like, I wasn't going to be here. I was on vacation, and I got a phone call, like, 8 in the morning on Monday, and they're like, can you come in? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, the girl that was covering her shifts, we didn't know she was covering her shifts, and we fired her yesterday. So we don't have anyone to cover for you, so you need to come in. And I'm like, I'm in California. I can't come in. Like, you signed off on my PTO. I'm not there. Yeah. I was like, this is a trash fire. What is going on? Like, and again, this is a fancy dealership. Do you think her head's too small? Yeah, pretty much. My manager apologized. He's like, I'm sorry. Her head's big enough, right? I feel like I actually draw heads too big because I'm so used to anime proportions. Yeah, that job was, I had one of my coworkers who worked in sales, he didn't know how to use a computer. And he couldn't like write emails and like send them back. He couldn't figure them out. He took me out to lunch one day and he's like, I have a business proposal for you. Will you be my part-time secretary and write all my emails and stuff for me? And I was like, no. Like, what the hell? And one day, when I wasn't there on a weekend, I guess he got really mad at his computer and he just took the keyboard and started smashing it against the floor. Walked out of the building. Yeah, they let him go shortly after that. Apparently he had a crush on the financial director. That she came out to tell us about because when he left the company, he came to say goodbye to her. And he gave her this printout of their astrological signs and how they were compatible. And we found out that he was an Aquarius man, and there's another sales guy that we were... he was older than me too, but we were close in age as well, like, compared relatively to everyone else. And when we found out that, you know, he sent this astrological sign reading to the financial director and then he's Aquarius man, every time the financial director came by, my coworker would play the Age of Aquarius for her. The other funny things that happen is because it was a nice dealership, there was actually a lot of free stuff for customers. Free drinks, free snacks. It wasn't free for employees. The office manager was insistent that you had to pay for it, and the general manager thought that was silly, but whatever. And one day he gave me, because it was 50 cents for a can, is what the office manager decided. So the general manager came over and gave me like $10, and like got 10 sodas, right? And he just sat there next to her office and started popping open the cans to freak her out. I mean, yeah, that was also the place where, so we went through like 3 sales managers, and the last one before I left, he got our internet restricted to all employees because he somehow downloaded so much porn malware on his computer that it wasn't functional. Yeah, that guy. And of course everyone was angry. Like, my sales friend brought in his own Wi-Fi hotspot just so he could have internet, and the financial department was angry because they used the internet to look up APRs, and that was getting all blocked. I didn't have any like real recourse, so I would spend every evening downloading fanfic onto Google Docs so that I could read it the next day when I was bored at work. I read a lot of fanfic back then. But yeah, that guy like he ruined things. Okay. Prince Darian has a pretty strong chin, if I remember correctly. It is definitely better what the guy was doing. Though it was so, because like, so I worked 410s, and it's a high-end dealership, so we did get a lot of customers, but my job was when a customer came in was to greet them and then get a sales associate for them and, answer the phone, direct calls. And that's not very hard, and I wasn't constantly busy, but I was, manning the desk, and the owner came in one day and he got mad and he was like, "I'm not paying you to just sit there." And I'm like, "Yeah, technically you are." Like, it's my job to be accessible at the front door. So he made me start cleaning the showroom floor, and I was like, "No, you hire cleaners to clean this every evening." Like, he's like, "Well, you need to look busy." And I'm like, "If I look busy, then the customers are angry that I'm not at the desk." I only had to do it when he was there, thankfully. Like, when he wasn't there, everyone else was just like, "No, just stay at the desk." Yeah, like, and the showroom floor is, like, it's not small. And so I'd have to, like, run across the floor to answer the phone. Also, I had to dress like office neat suit, too. So I was in heels and dresses or skirts, sometimes pants. Like, it was, and the phone only rang for some, because they're like, "Oh, you should pick up the phone by like the second ring." So it only rang like 3 times before I went to voicemail or got passed off to someone else. It was dumb. But yeah, the office manager came to me to talk about it, and she's like, "I don't agree with him, but he owns this place, so..." The sales guys would also get really busy waiting around, or not busy, they would also get really bored waiting around. I mean, it was the kind of place where, like, you make pretty decent money if you could get, like, a couple sales in a month. Ooh, salesman of the month, huh? I don't know, selling just seems so stressful. I'm glad he doesn't have to do it anymore. I'm sure he's glad he doesn't have to do it anymore. My sales friend, honestly, he was just doing it because he was a trust fund baby. And he didn't need the money. So he was just, like, there. When internet sales finally became a big thing, he became the internet salesman, and then he actually got more commissions as a result. Because he's like, "I also don't like people." I was like, "Do you think being a salesman is for you then?" Oh, so Samus, the next best line I have been told about AI art, if you haven't seen me ranting about it already today, is I got told that because I am an anime style artist that doesn't live in Japan, my work is considered transformative work, just like AI. And if I think AI programs shouldn't, air quote, steal art to use to generate AI art, then I should be paying royalties to Hayao Miyazaki for using his style. Yeah, that's the gist of the argument. This guy sent me like a block wall of text. Okay, so here's what happened. I have an internet friend that we're actually Facebook friends because we've known each other that long, and we aren't close. But yeah, and she's actually like a really outspoken liberal. That she does seem to really care about causes. So when I saw her using Lenza a bunch and then talking about how she was paying for it, I decided to tell her Lenza was built on Stable Diffusion and the theft involved with Stable Diffusion and how it's not really ethical, because I thought that she would care about that. Not just the art theft part, but like the medical theft record part, and allegedly because it did internet scraping, it also has, you know, illegal photos. Yeah, see, that was my point that I was telling, because I ended up having to explain to her, and then pretty much I made a long post. I made a post like everywhere about how like this guy's rant to me was really racist, but I made a more broken down one on Facebook because I really want, you know, to my white friends, I want them to understand. So yeah, I gave her, it was like 2 sentences explaining to her that, you know, Lenza was built on Stable Diffusion. If you didn't know, this is what Stable Diffusion has in its coding. You know, I generally recommend not to use AI built on Stable Diffusion. And he came back, I guess he's really big into AI, and so she asked him separately after she got that message from me, like, you know, I was told that, you know, the AI programs are exactly ethical, especially Lenza. Can you elaborate on that? And when he found out that I had said something to her, he went to Instagram and sent me this angry ass rant about how I'm the actual art thief and people shouldn't be upset about AI. They should work on cleaning out the art community first. And he's been a moderator, or not moderator, he's worked at staff at large conventions at least twice, and he's seen the rampant theft from anime artists on the convention floor and all this bullshit. And he was talking about how, like, yeah, you owe your style to Hayao Miyazaki and other artists. Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, this is, you know, I'm sure you know that a lot of those crypto tech bros, they like to use terminology like fair use and transformative works and so on in ways that aren't correct and that they don't make sense because they don't know, and they're only looking up these terms to try and validate their arguments about why it's okay for them to steal. So that, and he was obviously trying to be a gotcha moment with me, being like, oh, you're an anime artist, you're stealing from a Japanese anime artist, gotcha. And I was like, this is so stupid, this is such full bullshit. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this, bye. But I did go on a longer discussion on why, like, this is really racist. Don't let your friends talk to your friends like this. And I did message her and I was like, hey, you know, if I upset you, you know, tell me so I can apologize. Don't let your friends be racist to me instead. And she's like, I don't see what he said was so racist. And then she read my long Facebook post about it. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, I understand now. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I talked about my, I can't pronounce this word correctly, but my diaspora, whatever, my struggles with my Asian identity growing up in the States as an adoptee. And why I identify so strongly with a lot of Japanese media, because it was the only East Asian media available to me growing up, right? So I talked about that a lot, and then I added the addendum, like, it is also racist for this guy to insist that anime, Japanese animation as a style, as a genre, I can't even say it's a genre, you know it's not a genre, but what we treat as a genre didn't exist until, you know, Studio Ghibli in 1985. And the fact that he said other artists, like, you know, he's only saying Ghibli because that's the only major animation studio he knows of. It's just like saying all American animation is Disney. It's not. And so I went through a little rant, you know, like a little mini history of Japanese animation. And I mentioned Osamu Tezuka and also Sally the Witch, since, you know, she's arguably the originator of, you know, shoujo, magical girls, specifically. And that's my style. You know, and then I brought up Studio Bones because arguably I think they're the most influential modern animation studio that, you know, has made a lot of really popular anime. Like, it was so wild to me, and I was like, so I went back to my friend, and I was like, please don't listen to him. Like, also because he was saying that, you know, as a fan artist, you don't own anything about your work. I was like, yes, I do. I own my work. I don't own the intellectual property, but I own the actual art itself. Because I made it. Also, because he also specifically called out that I draw Sailor Moon fan art, but that I should be paying royalties to Miyazaki. And I was like, yes, because Miyazaki made Sailor Moon. Studio Ghibli made every single anime, starting from 1985. Did you know? He would, oh man, like, how do I want to do, do I want to hide the other hand? Should I just hide the other hand? Should I do something like this, where it hides the other hand? So I don't really have to draw it. But yeah, that was my wild conversation. The thing that I had to deal with last night. You're right, that's exactly what I've been done. I don't think that unhinged rant was as good as tracing paper, though. Like, tracing paper is not illegal, therefore stealing is okay. Like, you know what, V-Chan, there's only 3 of us. Let's see if you win. Oh my god, I cannot forget about tracing paper. I like how that same guy, he's the one that, I don't know if I told you this one, but he was using my art to make 3D models in Blender. No, you can win. Look how much health you have. And because I had made a bunch of art for my friends for his stream, and so Tracing Paper Guy downloaded it, and I told him after he showed it to me, he's like, I hope you don't mind. I was like, well, you know, I think this looks really great. You know, in the future, just ask me, you know, ask the artist first before you take it for that purpose. And he's like, well, actually, I don't have to ask you. And then he linked me to the Wikipedia article for fair use. And I'm like, excuse me? Did you just tell me that taking my art was fair use? Look, me, Chan, you won. You did it. You did it. But yeah, what was, oh, okay. Google's like, do you want a speech assistant? And I was like, are you hearing me? And like, my lisp. I need to finish these sprites. One of these days, I'm going to finish up the sprites. Man, what do I even do with these shoulder pads? Like, I'm just like, what do I do with these shoulder pads? You know what's weird is how flat the shoulder pads are at the top. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for really big ones. Like, go big or go home. So there might be a thing here. Let's do something like this. It's not accurate 100%, but whatever. No one's that invested in Toonmakers that I don't think they're gonna be like, Callie, you drew it wrong. Though now that I said that, I bet V-Chan will like come to the fix, Samus, and she'll be like, you drew Prince Darian's arm pads wrong. You're not that nitpicky. The final design. Oh yeah, more like final design. We had to make them bigger. I'm actually surprised at the choices they did make for his outfit because it is pretty elaborate for what it is. And I'm wondering if they're just like, oh, we're only going to draw him in it for like 2 episodes. The first episode and the finale. It's fine. Dio, hi! Good luck with bedtime. Story time. Understood. What story? He's gonna have an earring. Cause like, honestly, what Mamoru doesn't have an earring at this point? I mean, the Pooh Dr. Seuss? Okay. You know, Starbelly Sneetches is like my favorite Dr. Seuss book as a kid. I don't know why I liked it so much, but I really did. Ooh, is there a ride for it? Dan and I did go on a kids ride at Disney before they put in Avengers Campus back when it was A Bug's Life, and it was Heimlich's Choo Choo Train. It was clearly made for kids. I mean, the thing is, like, it should have also been made for adults, and I'm saying that because the adults need to fit on the train with the kids. Like, Dan and I barely fit in the train. And not because we're riding 2 together, but because it was so, like, our legs were, like, pushed up against us. But you ride Heimlich, and then it goes through all these fake foods as he eats them, because it's the choo-choo train. And it was super cute. And now it's gone. That's right, his gloves are weird. Because they're ginormous. I realized, Samus, we also haven't talked Disney news since, like, the news broke out that Iger replaced Chapek, and, like, that's so bananas, and then Iger started rolling back a lot of stuff that Chapek had implemented. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Dio is telling me a little bit that there's a Dr. Seuss ride, and then I was musing about how, like, we haven't talked about the Iger replacing Chapek as CEO news, and that Iger's been rolling back a lot of Chapek's implementations in the parks. It's so ridiculous. Like, I mean, of course I wasn't surprised. Well, okay, I was kind of surprised that they're replacing Chapek already, because it's only been 3 years. But obviously not surprised because clearly the company hasn't been doing very well, despite the pandemic, with all these really poor, like, choices. But, I guess I wasn't expecting that, and then I wasn't expecting... Then they're just like, Iger, come back. Iger, you're never leaving. Yeah, they had to buy him out, didn't they? For, like, canceling the contract, essentially. I think, what I hear that they're finding out that, a lot of the costs associated with Disney Plus was kept off the books. So there's, some accounting issues now. But yeah, like, his severance pay was, like, massive. Just to get rid of it. Yeah, the whole thing was just, oh my god. Like... When that news came out, like, there's other really ridiculous news that was happening at the same time. And so I was just like, what the hell is going on? I was telling V-Chan about it because, like, I was just kind of stunned by it all. Because I know, like, that news came out, right? And then the next day, like, Jason David Frank died, and I was like, what is happening? And then when we found out, like, Kirstie Alley died yesterday. I was just shocked. I mean, I think we all were, because obviously none of us knew that she had cancer. But yeah, I was like, excuse me? Like, I was not, I mean, I know none of us were expecting that. I really was not. Oh, yeah, that would have broke his heart. I remember her reality show a little bit, and then, you know, obviously her whole thing with Weight Watchers. I was watching a retrospective on Cheers. My earliest memory of Kirstie Alley was actually when I was very little. I watched the Mickey Mouse birthday special on TV. And she was there as her character from Cheers, and Mickey like walked into the bar and she was talking to him. Like, I distinctly remember that. You know, I will say that the animators managed to make their version of Luna really floofy. And I can't seem to make a 2D cat, look floofy without like color rendering. I think I remember her the best from actually the Weight Watcher commercials. Except your community meeting, oh no. I do remember the Mary-Kate and Ashley film. Yeah, that because I remember her talking about in her reality show how her image struggles were awful. And I remember feeling, because I think I was still pretty young when she was doing, weren't we still pretty young when she was doing a reality show? I remember feeling really bad about that. And then, of course, I really remember her performance from Drop Dead Gorgeous. You know what's funny is when I do go to review the copyrights on my videos, it's for these eye catches, like nothing else. Literally the eye catches. So for some reason, Toy's like, oh man, eye catch music. We're gonna get them with that. I feel like they gave Luna like eyebrows. Excuse you, Pen. I wonder if I should fill in the background here. Like, do I do some of this background before I draw in the rest, or do I just put it in afterwards? Because I feel like, think I'll try and at least put like this canyon in. I think if I get like the canyon walls in, that might help me a little bit. Which is just basically going to be me redoing these lines almost exactly the same. I might have to go look at some Animal Crossing cliffs so I can get a better idea. A better idea about adding depth in while looking flat. Let's be real, the Animal Crossing stuff's pretty flat looking. Okay, we got something like that. I know it doesn't have to be straight, but like I really made this go off to one side. I'm gonna try and straighten it out just a little bit. Doesn't really change anything, so. Oh, I did say that. Okay. Let's see if I can get these guys a little bit more proportional. Where is... Yeah, I'm starting to regret that I put the little shoulder pads on Nephrite only because the way I have them posed now, like, they're really obscene. But he needs them, so I guess we're gonna keep them. It will be amazing. I just like that as I started drawing him, Wills is just like, yes, my himbo flex. I mean, like, she's not wrong. That is why I drew that way. Ah. So here's the other funny thing that happened is I've been working on getting my unlocks for Vampire Survivors on my account. I was thinking about using the Xbox Live account to do on stream and like start completely over on it since we haven't used it. But anyway, there's this. Let me just get a picture. Let me get a picture for you guys. Okay, so Pepino is this tree. And I unlocked it last night. And Dan and I were looking at it, and he's like, it's a tree. Does it move? And I'm like, well, it's Vampire Survivors. It could go either way, you know, right? Like, it could just not move, because that'd be funny, but it could also move, because that would also be funny. So I booted up the game. I'm just going to show you guys. Let me get the game. So I started the game. And I was like, okay, we'll put Pepino. Put Pepino on, okay? I don't know how Pepino has 19 gold eggs. How'd that happen? Well, whatever. So we got Pepino. I started, and I was here in the Mad Forest, right? Okay, so I want to disclose. He's not supposed to, the tree is not supposed to move. The tree is not supposed to move. They just pretty much sit here, and like the enemies come and get hit by the little field there, right? Okay, but I have speed bonuses on, and it's not a lot. Oh, okay, we'll use that. It's not a lot. It's a little bit though, so I can move. And so I started doing this. And like, I absolutely lost it. Like, the tree moves at a snail's pace. It's ridiculous. And then, because I wasn't paying attention and Dan and I were laughing so hard, a mini boss shows up. And I tried moving away from the mini boss, and I can't, obviously, because I move so slowly as the tree. And the mini boss starts attacking me, and I'm dying, and I'm screaming that I'm dying, and Dan's like absolutely losing it even further off screen, or not off screen, but like next to me. And that was our night last night, was discovering Pepino. It's an absolutely insane tree. Like, here comes this mini boss here, and like I can't move away from him. Like, he gets on me. Oh wait, it's dead. Wow, that's what. But yeah, like he was just killing. It was so funny. Like, I laughed so hard. So Vampire Survivors is a great game. Highly recommend! It has brought me much joy. Might have to move down to a smaller brush size for this. I was unlocking like, well, I'm basically unlocking a bunch of characters before I go back and unlock the tarot cards for that mechanic. But one of the characters, usually, not all of them, but this is not uncommon, that in order to unlock them, you have to get them to spawn and then you have to kill them. So I got this one to spawn, but he had so much health and I really wasn't I didn't have like a high damage build. So I'm literally just running in a circle around him, trying to keep him in my weapon attack range, but not so he can touch me. I did that for 7 minutes, and it was the longest 7 minutes of my life. And when I say 7 minutes, I mean 7 minutes in the game. I kept pausing to go do other stuff because I just did not have the attention span. Dan even finished work and came downstairs at that point. He's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like fighting this boss for like a half an hour. And then we finished Kotaro Lives Alone, which it's a 10 episode series on Netflix. It's a cartoon. It's an anime, I should say. About it's about Mamoru. It's about a little boy named Kotaro who's 4 years old and he decides to live alone. He starts renting an apartment in a rundown apartment building and befriends the residents and his adventures with the residents. And it's really cute, it's really funny. It's also really, really, really sad. Like, we knew that there is going to be, yeah, he's a high-functioning orphan. That's exactly it. I'm just like, I don't know if you've seen on Netflix the series. It's called like Old Enough, and it's also about Japanese kids, like little kids doing errands for their parents unattended. And I was like, he's like the gold star child of the Old Enough series. Hi, Dan. Yeah. Oh my god. It's like, again, it's really funny. It's really cute. It is like, it's really sad. There's an Old Enough episode that might make you feel better, Samus. It's, the kid, his family owns it's a fruit farm. I can't remember what kind of fruit it is. I know it's a citrus. And his mom sends him home with a bunch of fruit and telling him, like, go juice it and bring the juice back to us. And the kid does everything but that. Meanwhile, the mom's in the orchard crying about how, like, she's so proud of her son, that he's growing up, that he's taking responsibility, and then it'll cut back to the kid, like, chasing a dog in the parking lot. And then at a certain point, his mom kind of wises up and she's like, why isn't he back yet? It's been like over an hour. Why is he not back? And so she calls the house and she's like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. And so she starts calling him like every like half an hour, like every 10 minutes to half an hour, being like, what are you doing? Are you making the juice? Go make the juice. Stop playing with your toys. Like, she just, oh my god, it was so funny. That episode's hilarious. But yeah, like, you know, we expected that there was going to be a tragic story for Kotaro, because, like, what 4-year-old is, you know, going to be able to live on their own, right? And they are kind of vague about his parents until, like, closer to the end of the series, but yeah, I would say it's Mamoru. Yeah, it's really cute, but oh my god, like feelings, a lot of feelings watching the show. Like, I would just gasp and look at Dan and be like, oh! I was pretty sure that I was crying by almost every episode at the end. I don't want to say, like, because I feel like some of the sad shows I've watched, like, we've seen Anohana. And, like, Anohana is also really sad, and, Your Lie in April. But I feel like sometimes those ones will go out of their way to make you feel sad, and I didn't get that at all from Kotaro. I felt that it was pretty genuine in its storytelling, and like the situations are sad, but what makes you have a lot of feelings for the characters is how they learn from what's going on around them. Like Kotaro starting to learn, like, it wasn't his fault what happened to him. And that how, like, he does want to be around people, he wants friends. No, I like you will get weepy. I was so sad. And I do feel like sometimes it was sad in like a really sad way, and sometimes it was sad like in a really good way. I mean, I don't want to spoil, but I feel like, you know, I'm telling you, it's about a 4-year-old learning that obviously he's not a burden. Let me see if I can think of one that's not too spoilery. Like, there's this really cute one where, so normally he is the really mature one for him and all his peers, his classmates, and one of his classmates comes to him and he's like, or not one of his classmates, this classmate always says, like, I have to go to the nurse, you know, I don't feel well. The kid's pretty sickly, and he ends up in the nurse's office a lot, and Kotaro goes to visit him in the nurse's office because, you know, he thinks the kid must be lonely, and he's like, well, you need to get stronger, because if you get stronger, you won't be sick anymore, and then you can come hang out. And Kotaro has this big complex about becoming a stronger person, which is story relevant. Yeah, he's 4 and he goes to school. And like, obviously it's not okay for a little kid to constantly thinking about like, oh, I have to be a stronger person, so I have to do all of these things that really isn't appropriate for a 4-year-old. But that's part of his story. I know, most kids would be. So that's kind of the thing is, Kotaro acts like an adult while all of his friends act like children, and he, you know, that juxtaposition between how he's basically lost his innocence in his childhood, but he goes to he goes to visit his sick classmate in the nurse's office, and he gives him something and like tells him to be strong, whatever, and that if he becomes strong like Kotaro, he won't get sick. Well, of course Kotaro gets sick from the kid. And he like throws a tantrum in the class because the teacher is trying to get him to go to the nurse's office because obviously Kotaro's sick. And Kotaro's like, no, I don't want to go to the nurse's office. If I go, that means that I'm not strong, and I'm strong. And the sickly kid sees Kotaro like crying. For added hilarity, the neighbor that's pretty much become Kotaro's guardian figure, like, he's called to the classroom because Kotaro will not leave the curtain to go to the nurse's office. So they call him. They're like, can you please get him? Anyway, the sickly classmate watches Kotaro and then tells the teacher, like, hey, I'm not feeling well. I need to go to the nurse's office. And Kotaro's like, you know, why are you going to the nurse's office when you're clearly not feeling well? You know, I don't want to go, even though I know I'm not feeling well. And the kid tells him, like, yeah, I really wish I could be strong someday like you, but it would make me sad if I made my classmates sick. So I always opt to go to the nurse's office so I don't make my classmates sick. And Kotaro's like, oh, you're a very strong person for feeling that way. So, like, Kotaro learns, and it was really cute. Like, it was really sad. Like, obviously, that's a really sad moment, you know, that Kotaro feels like how he feels about strength and how he applies it, but that shows that as a character he's learning that strength isn't just this one-dimensional concept that he has, that strength comes in many different ways. So it was like really cute, and I was just like, oh, he's learning. Ooh. And then yeah, Kotaro opts to go home because he's sick. I know that they made a live action drama version too. I'm just not convinced that the drama is going to be as endearing as the cartoon was. Because I think a lot of the charm of the cartoon and what makes it more heartwarming than depressing is because of the art style and the humor conveyed through it. Like, it's really charming. I mean, there is a live action version. We can go hunt it down if you want to go cry at little kids. But yeah, I don't think... I mean, I would have to watch it, obviously, to know for sure. But I just can't imagine finding the drama nearly as heartwarming because, like, you're watching a real little kid get hurt. What would be... Okay, let me think. I know there's one that... What is it? There's one that I can think of that's, like, exactly like that. That, like, the intro is exactly her saying that. But now I can't think of what it is. I promise I'm still thinking, but... I feel like there was another, it wasn't Alex Mack, but I feel like there was another live action show that was like that. Of course, all I could think is Hannah Montana, and that's not helpful. Okay, hang on. Let me do some Google searching, huh? You can do that for a little bit. What should we look for? Apparently there's a show called My Secret Identity. Well, this is okay. Why was My Secret Identity canceled? It ran for 3 full seasons before ending its run in May 1991. What about like geek shows about having a secret? Oh, you know what movie has it is The American Rabbit. I don't think that's going to be helpful either. But the American Rabbit has a secret identity thing. What if we watch some Superman? Maybe you only have to do straightforward Superman. What if I was just thinking of Connor from Young Justice, who like is trying so hard to be Superman, but he's not Superman. I feel like isn't that kind of element of that in like Winx Club, because Bloom is from the human world and she ends up in the fairy world and she has to keep it a secret, or is Witch like that too? Oh man, Ocean Girl! Oh guys, let's look at this. You had 33 best forgotten teen shows in the 90s. You had Teen Angel. This actually might be... We might be too young for this. I feel like I didn't start watching a lot of teen dramas until I was a little bit older, but... Wait, a high school boy who dies from eating a 6-month-old hamburger on a dare? Wait, Shepherd Book, isn't it? It was on TGIF. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I mean, I heard of it, but I remember USA High. I specifically remember the theme song. I don't remember anything about the show, but I remember the theme song. I remember Brotherly Love, though, because, like, I really liked Matthew Lawrence. Book was God. I can see it. His hair is very close to heaven. But yeah, I remember Brotherly Love and the really kind of dumb theme song. I feel like you have to put up with Joey a lot. Which, But yeah, I like Matthew Lawrence. I have not heard of Swan's Crossing. Yeah, I think there's actually cover versions of... Oh, this is just going to be her transformation for like 2 minutes. What is Swan's Crossing? A teen drama that only ran for 13 weeks. Okay. But it had Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. Okay, there she is. Who played the wealthy daughter of the mayor of Swan's Crossing, a seaside town. Oh. Is this just Dawson's Creek? Here's Weird Science. I think I remember the film better than there being a TV show. Malibu Shores? Look, there's Carrie Russell. Look at the way they're standing and holding each other. This is like a prom photo. What is Carrie Russell wearing here? This is fringe. This is like a cowboy jacket. So it is an Aaron Spelling teen drama. The guy from the Mickey Mouse Club who went on The Voice and pissed off Christina for reasons no one really understood. Hi, Thunder! I have never heard of Malibu Shores, but okay. I've also never heard of City Guys. What is this? It even ran for like 4 years. What? I vaguely remember this one because I also liked Eric Von Detten. Is that a Power Ranger? You know, I mean, Eric Von Detten would have made a good Power Ranger. 1UP. No, this is apparently some show called City Guys. Well, you remember? I mean, I remember On Went Out very vaguely, but like, it only ran for a year, which makes sense. I only know Sweet Valley High from the books. Thank you, Zunder! And I didn't even read the books, but I just remember the books. Yeah, I was reading the Babysitters Club, and then there's Sweet Valley High. What is Hang Time? You know what? This looks like Victoria Blue. And did we decide on Amber for Venus? Yeah, that's what it looks like here. How did it run for 5? What? Doesn't this look like we got Victoria Blue and Amber? That's Get real. Anne Hathaway. Wait, Jesse Eisenberg. What is this? I do remember Ready or Not. I don't remember anything about it, but I do remember it. Was this Canadian? I mean, it's supposed to be set in San Francisco. It's on Fox, so maybe not. Yeah, we are, aren't we? You know what this picture here specifically looks like? It specifically looks like Hilary Duff and Lane a decade early. Oh man, Clueless. Do you guys remember the Clueless TV show? Do you remember the drunk driving episode? The very special drunk driving episode? Yeah, so they recast Cher because Alicia Silverstone didn't come back for it. And they totally dropped the half-brother, stepbrother plot. And she had in the TV show, Cher had a serious boyfriend, and then the very special episode, he gets killed by a drunk driver. I remember Flash Forward though, I watched this one a lot. Because it was on, they did reruns on the Disney Channel. The Heights? Only lasted 13 episodes, that's why no one saw it. How Do You Talk to an Angel is the theme song? Popular? I haven't heard of this one either. It's a WB, okay. Oh man, it's the famous Chet Jackson. It's so sad that he died. Oh, I've been meaning to watch some of the 90s documentaries about teen stars, and it was sad that he died. Oh my god, Ryan Gosling, what are you doing? What? She has a tiara. She must be the snobby girl. This one's Canadian. That makes sense. Ryan Gosling's here. High school on a cruise ship. No, seriously, what is he doing? Camp Wilder. No, this one doesn't. They don't even have a good photo. They just have like a newspaper, like a TV guide drawing. For some reason, the bot did not like water sports, Theo. I like how they just repurposed this idea for the Sweet Life on deck. But yeah, water sports, Dio. How dare you talk about that in my chat? Oh, I remember Undressed. Like, I loved this show. I'm sure if I rewatched it, it'd be terrible. Jason David Frank actually showed up on an episode of Undressed, and I was just like, why is there power? Why is Tommy Oliver here? I also noticed that if you go to any of his profile, it won't talk about how he was on the show. Oh, I remember Moesha, but I didn't really watch it either. Welcome Freshman on Nickelodeon? Was it actually called? Isn't this Salute Your Shorts? Wait, no, this is not correct. This is Salute Your Shorts that only lasted for like 2 years. What is Welcome Freshman? California Dreams? This one lasted for 4 years. 15 in Hillside? Oh my god, dogs. There's another Ryan Reynolds? Oh, there's Ryan Reynolds. Oh my god, he's tiny. Yeah, I love Salute Your Shorts. And I also watched Hey Dude a lot. Oh, I remember So Weird. And Kenan and Kel. I think we all watched Kenan and Kel. You went to this head of Hey Dude? I don't really remember too much about Hey Dude other than, is her name Artie? She reminded me of Ray. Oh, it's part of the Nickelodeon tour? Okay, that's cool. Who loves orange soda? Oh man, here's Hey Dude! And they had like enemies to lovers. Yeah, I remember Hey Dude. Oh, Brad. Her name wasn't Artie, her name was Brad. And then of course we have Sister Sister. And Roger? What? Okay, hi Roger. I remember hearing about Roswell. I also didn't watch it. Also because it was on the WB. Hey, there's Salute Your Shorts. Okay, I also never watched Party of Five, but I do know what it's about. And then, oh hey, here's the secret world of Alex Mack. Yep, this is why we're here, Samus. Parker Lewis Can't Lose? For 3 years? Based on Ferris Bueller? Okay. Oh, you know, Samus, do you think watching Ferris Bueller may help you get some of those narrative vibes for Vicky? I mean, I know it's not the same, but like maybe just some fourth wall breaking shows might be helpful. Okay, what were we drawing here? We're drawing this stupid thing. Yep, we're back to art. Gotta I gotta get something done here before Snaggle shows up and accuses me of not working on this part. Use you, Dio. Is that why you guys keep trying to kill me in Rolly's Cult of the Lamb run? I missed the last stream for it. It was a whole thing. So I'm hearing is that there may not be a next time. I might be running out of luck. Okay. I think his legs are not big enough for his body. That looks a little bit better. Okay. I do think he needs to be smaller. Okay. Okay, so right now my options are prepping dinner or convincing Dan to pick up dinner. Because our options are mac and cheese, but not sweet mac and cheese. Last time we talked about it, he said he wasn't sure what he would pick up that would be convenient for him, and that's fair. Because, like, he's on his way home from work, so, like, I don't want him to go out of his way. I haven't really felt like cooking. Which is unfortunate. That's part of my job. Let's try and get at least Nephite done too, I think. The farms! Our himbo. These might need to go up as well. Oops. Okay, got to get the pectorals in and make them not look like lady boobies. No, he does not. He might skip leg day, though. What do you guys think? Chicken legs? Okay. Something like that. Alright. I'm gonna end it there because my hand's starting to cramp a little bit. But, you know, I think we did quite a bit today. All things considered, even with that little break into TV history. Yeah. I was really hoping, I think I was being a little ambitious, hoping I could get the second pass done today, but okay. So tomorrow we're gonna try to finish up The Devil Within Me. I think, actually I don't know how close I am to the end. Like, I know it's not a very long game. And we did like 5 hours last time, so I think we'll be able to finish it tomorrow. And I am really interested in seeing what the ending is going to be. And then Thursday. Let me see, Thursday. Where's my schedule? Right. Thursday is canceled because we're taking Tarkin to the vet to get his 8-week examination on his knee to see how it's doing. So we'll probably do another art stream on Friday, this Friday the 9th, and we're gonna keep working on this. Hopefully I can finish the rest of this second pass on Friday, and then we can get to lining next week. So that's the plan. Okay. What is going on? That's pretty okay. So that's the schedule for this week. My schedule is actually kind of just a little all over the place because of stuff going on this month. I have put a more detailed schedule in Discord if you guys are interested. But the big one being on the 18th, on Sunday, we're going to draw Pokemon from memory in the afternoon Pacific. So I hope you guys come in for that. I know we talked about it last time, but just a reminder. You're going to draw the Pokemons for memories, and it's going to be bad. Other than that, see, I already need to go. I can't talk. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. Bye!